Hey y'all, welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. You're here making pancakes with me again. Anyway, I just wanted to give some tips for folks who are beginning their decolonizing journey through awakening to some truth through the genocide in Palestine. Most important thing I want to say is that when you start decolonizing and people around you still haven't chosen that, you're going to be the crazy one. I laugh because I have been through this several times, ended up in institutions. So I want to caution, as much as we want people to be talking to people about the truth of what's happening, I just want to put a caution out there for who needs it. I trust that this video will find who it's needed for. Be careful if you know, just be careful of retaliation if people are upset that you're disagreeing with them, I guess. Like I said, in my case, I've been locked up because people just dismissed me as crazy when I was sharing the truth with them. I also want to remind you to, especially for Palestine, get your information directly from sources on the ground. I'm going to put a big list of their Instagrams, journalists, and other accounts in my description box. It's not going to be like exhaustive, like there's other sources, but I'm going to put a handful that you should definitely follow. I also want to just give a few coping mechanisms or ways to process the information without going crazy. One of my preferred is journaling. No, we live in the age of computers and stuff, so even if you just make a list on, your notepad or whatever way you want to journal, write yourself an email, whatever. It doesn't have to look like old school journaling. However, there is a safety measure that comes along with not putting it on a device, right? So if you choose to do journaling, a lot of that journaling is more than likely going to be some introspection, because that's what decolonizing is. It's a combination of learning the truth and then also doing your own inventory to move forward with re-education, right? So you hold yourself accountable. You take inventory of the things that you've done harm because of your previous knowledge, right? I also would like to say, you can cut me off, bitch. Anyway, I would also like to say that as an energetic person, I can feel an imbalance in the energy, the collective field, and that's because of innocent lives being taken in such a barbaric way, right? There's an imbalance of evil right now. And I also wanted to say that today is Halloween, right? But in this time of like the sky, this is the time of year where the veil between life and death, our realm and other realms, is very, very thin. That's why Halloween takes place. It's easy to get away with bad things when the veil is thin, and it's also easy to feel and tap into the other side. So again, I want to caution you about psychosis, because the veil is very thin. Oftentimes, I know I'm probably going to lose a bunch of you now, but oftentimes entities will mask themselves as loved ones or relatives or people that you admire, famous folks. So I want to caution, if you start hearing things that are not like in your mind, if you start feeling or hearing or having any sort of body sense reaction, up your protection. Again, how you can protect yourself energetically is by visualizing light and then like slinky it over you. You can use a favorite shape or different colors, whatever makes you feel good. It's a brain exercise, practice. Also, you can do things on the physical realm, like work with crystals or grounding or any of the elements, burn ceremonies, baths, showers, lots of those. But decolonizing is a lifelong journey, and you've chosen the right side of history. I'm going to be back later with some other stuff, but I just want to give that encouragement and congratulate folks who are choosing this path finally, you know? And I don't mean finally in like a bad way at all. Choosing this path at this time, for real. It's not easy, but there's lots of us who have been doing this work, and decolonizing and shadow work are the same, from my perspective. So I might do an integrating shadow video later. The last one did really well. So we can talk about it, and we can talk about all of the feelings, because the video about grief, like the feelings are running like wild, you know, like we're all as a collective. And that's why I'm saying there's an imbalance, because there's been so much loss, that it feels like evil is winning. But remember that that's not the case. So yeah, this is a point of history that none of us have ever lived through. Not even just any of us that are alive right now, but this is a point of history that we've never seen this many people come together over one cause globally. And I'm going to continue to remind you of that, because that's where all the hope is. We are shifting the entire paradigm of the globe, but we are up against insane evil. So it's not, this is just the beginning. So you have to continue doing your work, getting right with your conscience, and the people around you. And I'll make a few more videos about this stuff later. I have a couple more ideas. I do want to talk about the New World Order for sure. So I guess I'll just drop some stuff later. But this one is specifically for folks who are, you know, watching these things and saying, I am absolutely not going to participate on this side of history. What do I need to do to be aligned with what is right? Not politically, but what is ethically correct for all human beings. All right. I'll see y'all later. Have a good one.